critters! Welcome back to Critical Review. I'm your host, Kenneth Catagat. With me today is Justin Firewolf.
Hey everyone.
And Aurora Jane.
Hi everybody.
We are going over episode 102, what we're calling I'm Mr. Meesistophiles, look at me! How are you guys doing this week?
Tired.
Yeah, a little tired.
How do we feel about this episode? Positive or negative?
Eventually positive. It definitely went from, okay, this is going to be one of those episodes, to holy shit!
I think finally as Matt put in, welcome to the final arc of the Gods of War.
Yeah, I know I was disengaged, then I was like, oh, okay, now we're getting back on track. Duh. Rewind! What the hell just happened?
I hyperventilated a couple times.
That was crazy.
I'm surprised we're not talking about a TPK today.
It was so close.
I was glad that they eventually had the thought process of, we cannot do this, GTFO.
Yeah.
Because I really...
Well, they've bailed before.
They have, but it definitely, I mean, it was one of those things where it seemed like this was going to be, if not the final battle, the precursor to the final battle that they had to go through. So I was kind of surprised that they basically got bitch slapped so quickly.
Instantly.
I think they realized they had a plan for taking down the tower. They did not have a plan to fight Vecna.
And I didn't realize they were fighting Vecna yet either, and I don't think they did either.
Well, because it wasn't clear whether or not the ritual was successful.
Yeah.
Well, see, the ritual to me seemed like it was to pull that city into the plane, the material plane.
Yeah, but we didn't see Vecna until they were in the material plane.
Yeah.
So, I guess maybe that's what gave him his body, and he keeps saying, I'm not a god yet. So he's clearly regenerating being back.
That was my whole thing. Like, I wasn't even sure if he was actually corporeal there, or, like, kind of, I don't know, like, sometimes in a video game where, like, you see the big boss in the background, like, he's there, but you're not actually engaged with him. Yeah. That's kind of what I perceived it to be at first, and then that was definitely not the case.
Yeah.
I was like, the gunslinger definitely needs a level point where your things are considered magical for overcoming non-magic resistance, because I felt so bad. I was like, he did so much damage, and he probably would have set them free, and it probably would have been a slightly different tone of battle.
Because he critted twice.
Yeah.
Twice!
Just wasted.
He didn't get to double Cabal's ruin, though. I think Matt let him do that.
Yes. That's what broke the...
Yeah, to me it's like because he needs the projectile to do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me it's like when Laura uses the fire string bow or stuff and it does fire damage, you were basically enchanting that shot.
Yeah.
So, to me, the bullet damage still should have worked.
The whole shot should have been magical.
Yeah. Still. Oh boy.
Well, is that why...
He said something else, too, that I was just like, no, that's not how the rules work.
Is that why Pike's trying to...
Yeah.
The bullets?
Bless the bullets.
Bless the bullets. When she talked about silver bullets.
Yeah.
When they were doing their rest, she was like, can I work on, like, blessing the silver bullets? Enchanting,
And Matt's like, yes, but it'll take a couple days.
Yeah.
It takes a while. It's just like, ooh, well, that's not happening.
Which very much makes it seem like he was prepared for them to go into this and fail.
He was ready for it. This was payback for every big boss, every big plan he came up with that they just said, nope!
Yep.
Mercer's revenge.
It very much was. I was kind of like, okay, he has a counter for Vax. That was the very first thing he hit him with. Okay, Vax, you're out. You're basically out of this fight.
Vax and Vex were out.
Yeah, well, I'm at the end, yes, but I'm saying, like, in the beginning of the fight, like, Vax failed that check. The moment he fails that check, he never recovers from that check. Ever.
Yeah, I mean, like, people left standing were all the support. Pike and Percy were the ones that weren't hit right away.
Well, yeah, so I was saying Vex didn't either. Yeah. Like, the only reason she came back into play was because Pike was able to revivify her.
Revivify.
Yeah, that and... Like, I was kind of like, okay, well, what would have happened if, instead of Pike going to Grog and Lesser Restorating Grog is doing that to Vax?
Well, that was done. They removed Grog from the field, too, immediately.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
I was just like, wow, he is planned for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
I think that's why he threw in that flavor text of, I've been watching you for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, just to justify that I know exactly how to fuck you guys over.
Well, and really, I mean, if you think about it in IRL terms, Delilah knew them. Delilah knew them well. And since she fought them...
She knows who to watch out for.
She knew what to do, and she knew what to basically report back. And even if he's not as omnipresent as a god is, you've got to believe he's got a lot more knowledge at his fingertips. So, I mean, who knows what could have possibly been following them that they had no thought process to perception check for or anything like
they've
that.
been scryed on multiple times.
Yeah. Theoretically, IRL thinking, if this is a big badass god, he's gonna be doing that shit. He's gonna know how to fuck you up.
Yeah.
And he did. Like, it's not just Mercer's revenge, it's Mercer playing this the way it would have happened.
Yes.
Which is what makes it okay, for lack of a better word. It's what makes it doesn't look like a DM trying to punish players.
Well, he's not going out strictly to kill them.
Yeah, he doesn't do that anymore. I think he's come back around from the me versus them.
Well, I think he only had it like that one time during Cavdad.
Well, that's where it started. And then it started to keep, because they kept doing shit, they kept messing up all his plans. Yeah. And it started to feel vindictive, and then he came back around.
Yeah.
Because it's hard, too. Like, I get it, you know, from even my own DMing standpoint of, you put so much work into something that it gets frustrating, and sometimes you lose sight of the fact that, in reality, you are doing this for your players. Which I think he did so well at this. That's why it doesn't come off at all as DM revenge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think was very well done.
I love the thing I was waiting for. I'm like, so they're going to planner shift. And Vecna still has a reaction. Vecna can still cast Counterspell.
That's what I love Sam.
And Sam was like, they were like, save Mike! Counterspell! No, I am saving it.
He's like, I'm saving it. And I was like...
That's when he asked if you can or plane shift with dead people.
Yeah.
Because, like, if Pike goes down, you know, then we can still plane shift out.
Yep.
I need to make sure we can plane shift out.
Yes. Yeah. And that was, to me, I'm like, oh, thank God. And I love Matt going, oh, you're doing some magic shit, aren't you? You're doing Magic the Gathering shit.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, nope, it's just countered. Alright, yep, you guys are going.
It's like, level 7 Counterspell! I was like, yes.
Oh, but yeah, the one thing I will say that just Liam had it perfect. It just hit you right in the heart was at the very end when he cut it off was, where's Vax? And it's just like, oh, no, you can't end it there. No, don't do that to us.
Well, you know, even worse was the first blow of Vex dying and Vax having to lay there immobilized and watch.
Yep. Yeah, Vex went down first.
Vex was the
yeah. Sorry.
Vex
so he has no idea that she came back.
Yeah.
He has no idea that she's alive.
I like that he pointed out that had Grog not been saved, he would have popped back and just been by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We would have just been slaughtered.
Or he would have won. That's why they banished him.
Well, I like what Grog said. I would have won the whole game by myself.
Yep. That was. I'm like, yeah.
I was like, that is such a Grog.
All the XP.
Yeah.
Pull a Gandalf.
So, yeah, I mean, that was rough. Like, you know, Vex is my favorite to start with, and I love Laura, so it was like that hit me, and then 2 seconds later, frickin' Vax is disintegrated.
Twice.
Well, and then Sam brings him back. But the whole Delilah straight up looking at Keyleth, you took mine and now I'm taking him from you.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, and then Sam's and he died anyways.
Yeah.
Like nothing, just feathers. Not really, but just the armor.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting there going, well, Vex made the pact with the Raven Queen. Get the armor! Put the armor on Vex! Put the armor on Vex! I'm like screaming at the TV. And then Pike's able to bring her back, so like that made me feel a little bit better. But I'm just sitting here going, Max is gone. Max is gone. And then Pike. And he's like, she's like, it's okay. She's like, I'm just unconscious. Like, I have death saving throws. And he's like, well, actually, you're disintegrated because you dropped below 0 hit points. And everybody's like, no, her armor! And I was like, oh my god, the armor! The armor! That was my bout of hyperventilating.
That was Matt completely forgetting about that.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
Laura.
Percy.
Put the armor! Put the armor! Put the armor!
Yeah, it was. Again, it was a very stressful thing of just going, oh fuck, we are not ready for this. Yeah. We got completely caught by a trap again. That's the one thing. All of Percy's main enemies that they've always fought have trapped them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
No one else's, just Percy's.
I don't know, anybody else?
Well, this is the first time I think they've really faced an intelligent villain.
And not only that this... It's a direct...
It wasn't basically
villain.
bolstering when he said, join me or die, because I'm ready for you.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't just candor. It was, you know I can beat you.
Yeah.
You think you can beat me.
Mm. Yeah.
But I'm ready for you. And he was, like...
Well, and now... But here's the thing that I just thought of. Their gods could do nothing in the abyssal plane. But they should be able to do something in the material plane.
Not the way Matt describes it. He likes to say that it's hard for them to reach through the veil. But who knows?
I was going to say, Vecna just
Who knows what... Yeah, I was like, who knows what this ritual did? I mean...
Well, I'm also wondering, since he's not quite a god yet, if that's why he could be in play.
Might be.
Because he's not on the other side of the veil yet, where Saren Ray and the Raven Queen are. Because he's not fully a god.
Could very well be. One thing is, there's 1 or 2 episodes left, and that's it. I think.
No.
He says arc. I don't.
Yeah, we've got at least another 6 months.
I was like, oh, you think 6 months? I was thinking we have the summer at least.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say that.
Or until Ashley has to leave.
Well, wasn't this her last week?
Well, next week was her last week.
Oh.
That's why I was like...
I assume with the hair extension, she's going back.
That's true.
Because she said 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure.
That's true. But I feel like we have the summer at least. That's my thought process.
Yeah, well, now they got to regroup and plan again, and that's, 16 episodes right there, just planning.
Well, it's
boy.
I have to give kudos, especially to Laura, because I don't say for nothing that Laura Bailey is my spirit animal, because the way she plays is the way I react to stuff too. And for her not to be flipping out and to take in stride, Vex and Vax dying, the possibility of how the Heroes Feast could have essentially changed the battle in a way, theoretically, the non-planning, like all the stuff that she wanted to do that didn't get done, and what a clusterfuck they ended up in. For her not to have been going nuts, kudos to Laura. Because I was going nuts, going, well, if you had done this, maybe if you'd done this, maybe you wouldn't be here right now.
I would say, for all their plans going awry, them not planning, and even it's still going awry, it seems completely different. Like, this was the time they kept saying, no, let's just do this. No. Because they wanted to keep the pace going. And that's what bit them in the ass.
Well, and I also get the fact that they were trying... They didn't know that the ritual had succeeded or was completed.
Yeah, to me they were on the time clock.
That's what they were trying to do. They thought that they were able to stop the ritual.
Yeah.
And I get that. And so it's even more frustrating to be like, it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, the other thing to think about where they were in enemy territory, being looked for. Because after that Dominate Monster spell ended, that thing can go report immediately. I saw them. I don't know where they are now. Something happened.
No, you said they're dumb creatures.
Still report. To me, it's
they
just
know
that.
magic, but they were dumb or something like that.
Yeah, they're not very intelligent. They can't speak, basically, is what I took it as.
They're just hunting hounds.
Yeah.
But still, now you're having one circling around like mad, trying you're gonna get others. But yeah,
it was intense. I mean,
yeah, I very much this I think in terms of battle wise, this was I think where Matt shined the best.
I feel like they needed an ass kicking.
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, they needed to be knocked out of their high horse because they felt like demigods.
Well, they just level up. They're 18s now.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, and so they need to know they're still not top dog yet.
Yeah. So I was very curious because I really thought with the disintegrate spell, I thought the character was done. But it seems that that's not exactly the case. Where Matt was like, we'll be talking about it.
Yeah, because he has different rules for resurrection.
Yeah.
And so nobody's ever been completely destroyed, so we don't know what his rules for that are.
And that was my thought process. So I was kind of surprised that he was like, we'll be talking about it. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe Vax isn't as gone as I thought he is, which...
Oh, I took that as the opposite. I took it as... Because that was Marisha saying, well, I have this, and I have this, and they all three say they'll work. And Matt was like, we'll talk about it. Stop. We'll talk about it. Because he has changes to how dying works.
Yeah.
Because to me, as long as in D&D as a whole, as long as there's a soul, you can bring him back. You don't even need a body if you do the higher level healing spells.
Yeah, it was the one you were telling me about earlier, I guess.
True resurrection.
True resurrection. You don't need a body.
See, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's just my name.
But that's a level 9 spell, isn't it? Or level 8 spell. It's up there.
Yeah, it's high.
Well, Keyleth has a level 9 slot.
Well,
so.
Yeah.
What Keyleth should have done with her fucking year off was done a pod person. Then he'd just have a body, he would have died and just resurrected there. What's the point of being a druid if you're not going to create doppelgangers for all your friends?
Well, I mean, if you make doppelgangers for the rest of for all of your friends, one thing I don't think Matt would let that happen. That is the same thing as, you can just revive someone infinitely.
It takes like 120 days for it to fully form.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, they had a year off. She could have had it pretty much done by the... No, it would have been... She could have had 3 ready.
So,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Pod person.
Yeah,
not the same.
I thought that was a shit. And Sam's like, you could play Tyrion.
Oh God, when they made that...
Oh, yeah.
When they had
Harry's
that
on the floor weeping.
Because
of his heart things.
Was going on, yeah.
I thought
that he was like, yeah, Terry's back in Whitestone just singing and having a good old time. And he's like, no. He's on the floor.
Crying.
Which is crazy that Sam's thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Like, it's nice to know he didn't just drop Terry.
Yeah. Well, Terry's coming back. Everybody's coming back.
Violium.
Well, we should have another star-studded cast to take on Vecna.
That's what I'm thinking.
I want another like Slayer's Take episode where we have one team and another team. So Sam will just be on both shows.
That could work.
Yeah. No, that's how I was thinking. I'm thinking they're going to have to fight do 2 separate fights. They're gonna have to split up and go do different things. One to weaken Vecna or prevent him from completely turning into a god, and the other party to actually fight him.
Yeah.
And having, all of the backup characters.
So you have Gilmore and
Laura.
Take more Lyra and Torbeer.
Yeah.
Well,
Cat.
But do
Zara.
you really want Torbeer? Do you really want Torbeer in that fight? Do you want ones?
Maybe now he's better that he's 18 or something.
My thing is,
I want Zara.
Yeah, I think everyone wants Zara.
Get Kit Boss back.
Zara and Cash.
Oh God, how would that work? Cash purposefully calling on his wife. You either have a new death god.
Has he learned Dominate God yet?
Nope.
We don't know what they do behind closed doors.
But yeah, no, yeah. I will say, I really enjoyed having Scanlan songs back in fights to really alleviate some of the tension.
I was surprised that there was very little reaction by Taliesin as Percy to Vex's death.
I think to me, Taliesin, when
he's very... Things have to calm down before he reacts.
That's true.
To me, it's very much, this is my focus.
It's no mercy, Percy. It's just shiny glasses and shooting things until he can see through those lenses again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I'm surprised Percy isn't part barbarian. Because that's what he kind of does. He thinks, yes.
Singular thought.
But it is straightforward, how do I kill this?
Yeah. That's a good thought process of looking at that way. Because I was just like, Taliesin didn't react at all. I remember when Percy died and Laura was like a
Even
mess.
Keyleth kept her shit together and Vax was destroyed.
Well,
Eh.
the first time he almost died.
She was wound up. She was trying to keep it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Matt had to shush it to the end. It's like she started to unravel. It's like, calm down. We're gonna have a discussion.
We're almost done. Come on. 2 more minutes.
She was spiraling. There, it's because she has true resurrection in her pocket. She's like, it's fine, I can bring you back. I got you.
I just need a day.
Well, yeah, True Resurrection 9th level spell. We know she has a 9th level slot.
Yeah.
And druids can pick spells. They don't have to just learn and keep.
Yeah.
They prepare.
Still, next week.
Next week's gonna be intense.
Can you imagine what will happen if Vax cannot be brought back?
We'll finally get to see that character he's been talking about ever since the first Jenga.
Yep.
Well, I thought it was funny. He was like, "We were dating last time we fought her. She doesn't know." And I was like, "It's like you fell out the window, and what was one of your last thoughts? Keyleth,
Yeah.
with the sun shining on her. Like that was where all the Vex
Said all her
started.
ages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that was where it started. So
That's where the critters saw it happening. That's
that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
that's where we all saw it starting. And with Delilah as perceptive as I believe she is.
no, she probably caught on.
Yeah.
If not the spying, consistently. Again, get back
We're
now.
assuming that they were strong.
Yeah. Any other major points stand out?
I liked Liam's. I thought he was talking about the Death Knight when he called him Silas with a broomstick up his ass. Death Knight.
I liked Grog squishing the guy's head
Oh.
and it squirting all over Pike.
Yeah.
Grog.
I thought it would have been really cool though if Grog still had the sword.
Well, the second he described the sword, I'm like, Craven Edge is back there?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I
They
was like,
banished it to the Shadowfell?
well, no, they banished it to a pocket dimension, but
Yeah.
they found it.
Yeah.
They scryed it, found it, and was like, bring it here.
Uh.
Could you imagine if that was the case? How scary that would be.
I was just thinking
Does
like
a
that.
god ever need to sleep?
That kind of would have been cool if Grog had still had it. Like if he had killed Delilah with Craven Edge.
Yeah.
That would have been epic.
That'd have been great. Can't wait to find out how she resurrected.
With
Clearly-
the eye.
Clearly it's a Horcrux eye or something, because that's like,
Something,
that's
'cause
gotta
it
be her
was still
soul.
moving, yeah.
Or something.
Well,
They
now,
said the eye was still moving
Yeah.
afterwards.
yeah, well, my thing is always, is she more of a lich? Like, lich-like in terms of, until you kill the thing that revives her, she will always be alive.
I guess.
Which
That's
would be
what
that-
the eye thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
The
kind of
Horcrux thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other gal was like, with enough preparation, even death can be
Overcome.
avoided.
I like the Quake. I like that they brought down the tower.
I'm surprised that actually
It
looked like...
totally reminded me of the Bash Bros. They're
Yeah.
just like, let's do this! Yeah!
I was surprised that actually worked, in all honesty.
Oh no, 2 Quake spells? Hell no!
And he was like, you're going to do like 50 points of damage.
I
And she
know.
was like, she goes, for an entire round.
For a minute.
Yeah.
10 rounds.
500 damage. And it's not siege damage, it's regular damage, and it has siege properties, so I'd expect it to be 100 damage every round to building.
Well, come on, you know it wasn't built to code. It cannot handle an
It wasn't
earthquake.
built to code.
But it is magical.
Kind of
they don't have that kind of engineering yet.
I was like, I'm curious what kind of codes they have for buildings and
especially if it's obsidian, that's like glass. Like, that thing's shattered.
People in glass houses.
I love when, I wrote a few quotes down that I really liked. Vex hearing the voice, he's like, "You're a dipshit!" Like, there was so much tension and then just broke and they all started laughing. I love the way Matt said, "The Whispered One, the Undying King, Vecna, Reborn."
Yeah.
Oh. And then Percy, just cast game over, 20th level spell, right? We're all screwed.
I was like, when Liam was like, gotta start the new campaign sometime.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was like, oh, PPK. And them all referring constantly to Liam's campaign of when they were all at the beach, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's what this seems like. It seems like you're all going to die, and then you're all taken by your god and brought back.
And then Pike, eat a bag of dicks! Yes, here's your bag. Ass Lightning was also really good.
I missed that part.
Yeah. Scanlan loves to shoot lightning. He's like, since he's behind me, it comes out my butt.
I liked his dustbustering accent. It was funny because I was telling my coworker about, she's like, so he actually had a dustbuster? And I was like, no.
That would be
Really
hilarious.
pointing out the boots are gone.
Yeah.
Next time we fight back there, you're gonna have a shiny new pair of
He
boots.
finds almost all of your magical items. Yeah. And Talison's like, next time we fight him, Scanlan's gonna have some shiny new boots.
Scanlan or Vecna?
Oh, I thought they were talking about Scanlan.
I'm saying they got all this stuff up, right?
Well, Matt said they got most of it.
Yeah.
Most of his important magical items.
Yeah.
I'm guessing daggers and the cloak, or not the cloak, the armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I imagine they got the 2 vestiges.
And the snake's gone again.
Yes, I'm assuming the snake's gone. I'm thinking they got his boots, because his boots of haste are...
He's wanted those gone for a while.
Yeah. No.
I have 500 feet of movement. With his fly speed.
Yeah.
Those are gone, I'm sure. I'm betting just Whisper and his armor are basically what's stuck around. Vestiges, basically, not just magic items.
Quick, Scanlan, put on the boots. Click them. Go. Everything. Oh. Yeah, those... Yeah.
We're back in the Feywild. That was an interesting choice.
I also thought it was...
Not surprising, though.
There's nothing there for him, though.
Where else were they going to go?
They were in the material plane.
They were in the material. They're not going to go back to the abyssal.
I would have gone to the fire elemental plane right next to the portal back to...
Same with water.
I wouldn't have done water. That's right next to a
Kraken.
That's right next to a Kraken. I'm good. I'm good.
Come on, they fended it off by now. It's been over a year.
Well, no, they couldn't kill it because they have to keep getting its food.
Yeah, but it has to have calmed down now. Nobody has that long of an aggro.
I don't know, when you live for a couple thousand years, I'm pretty sure, like,
have you
a year.
seen the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie? Like, really?
Yeah. Alright, any major negatives?
The first half?
What was negative about it?
It's just boring as hell.
To me, it was just, let's try to get there stealthily. Oh, stealth failed.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was a comical of errors.
I wouldn't
I
say
find
it's
it
comical.
boring.
I was like bored of it. I was like, alright.
Yeah, that's where we got putting on the Ritz, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's where he dominated the Gloomstalker.
Gloomfy.
Gloomstalker.
Yeah, it was a whole thing at the time, right?
Well, because I keep wanting to say Gloomhaven.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In all honesty, I thought everything was fine. I actually didn't have almost any negatives for this one. Yeah, the first part was a little on the boring side. Like, it was just kind of like, okay, Yeah, that's...
Same as the previous weeks,
But-
and then it just kept ramping up, though.
Yeah.
It was well paced this time, and I think they were very good about let's just move, we gotta go because
we're on a clock.
Time expired, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Time is gonna expire regardless of what they did.
I think Sam was on the right track though when he said, "Should we just go? We are the most badass ones." Because there was just there was 2 figured or 3 figured. Oh, there was 3. Maybe not.
Doing that, the two Death Knights and
Okay, so yeah.
and Delilah.
So yeah, they probably could have done some decent damage.
Here's the thing though, Vecna was already there. Vecna was in the Abyssal Plane.
Yeah.
He was being resurrected. He was so he was already up there. He would have just stopped the ritual, restarted it after he killed those two.
The ritual was done.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, before Vecna had formed, he could have probably taken out Delilah, or at
He
least...
was just saying Vecna's already formed Vecna.
They were shifting. They were shifting the place.
Whatever was there,
Yeah.
there was only 3 figures, and if 2 of them are Death Knights, one of them's not Vecna.
No, he was in the orb. That's what I'm saying. He's in the orb doing the ritual to shift them from the Abyssal Plane to the Material Plane. He's already formed. He's doing the ritual. And so, once he gathered all the power from all the deaths of people from the Material Plane, he can move there. That's how I took it.
They could have gone in. And at least the one, they would have probably had her expensive spells.
The other thing to think about, surprise round for Vax.
Yeah.
That could have... Shit, that would have been nuts.
Plus you had a fucking Gloomstalker. They could have probably just eaten one of them.
Yeah.
So.
That's the surprise round.
Well, this is always the thing that I was like, man, why couldn't Scanlan be like a human? Because
Like the
Dimension Door next to her as he just wails, and that would have just been just death.
Shrink him again.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I love Tiny Vax. I'm Tiny Vax!
I love the part when he rolled hella shitty, and he's like, well, he's kind of just wrapped inside Vax. It's not really a top or bottom thing. He's just wrapped inside of him.
Yeah, that was a really good part. Let's ride! You want to use a different change for... Nope, that's a good... Let's go!
So are we expecting a rebuild episode next week, or...
Yes.
Super emotional first half, I'm guessing.
Yes.
That is if they can bring him back.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Well, I think if he doesn't get brought back, it's a super emotional the entire episode.
Oh, yeah.
Not just the first half, all of it.
Are we going to get anything good out of the Feywild before we get back?
Yes.
We going to find our little sketch artist?
No, werewolf.
Oh, the werewolves.
The bears.
The Lycans.
Weren't they bears?
The like bears. They were the were-tigers, werewolves, were-bears. So.
Bears?
They found the
That's
bear
Tova.
spirit.
Yeah, and the bear spirit.
No, not Tova.
Oh.
That's nowhere near what
No, the bear spirit, the one that...
the Trinket talked to. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
No, well, I think that just...
They also made friends with the werewolves, though.
I know, I still thought they were bears
Oh.
for the pixies or whatever that they bought.
And then the sketch artist guy ended up being someone way more powerful.
That's...
So,
You know what? Now that you bring that up, I think that's a possibility.
It starts with an M. I can't remember the name.
I don't remember his name.
He was a satyr, though, wasn't
Yeah, he was a satyr.
That was his,
In his form.
His fake, yeah. I couldn't believe they didn't break in that giant blue crystal.
Yeah!
I was like, this is something they need to teleport the city.
That's-
Destroy it!
Yeah, that was what I thought, too.
To me, if you go around and you break all of those...
What?
What if that one he stole was the one they needed? That was the mission. He stole one of those blue storms from their father, the twins' father. What if he was actually on Vecna's team?
Oh, fuck.
The guy in the Feywild?
Yeah.
The satyr.
What did he need it for? What if he's
Because, yeah,
working?
he did
What
say those
happens-
were one of the... Oh,
What happens if he
shit.
was Vecna?
Yeah. Could be.
Was in the material plane. He can't go to the material plane.
Yeah.
He can go to any other
He's in
plane.
the Feywild.
It's still a different plane, though.
Still, that makes your mind start thinking of, oh fuck. I love that point you brought up though. Like that's
Because he did make it a point to tell them you saw it in your father's.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them thought of that.
Uh-uh.
I don't think a single one.
I think he could be an agent of Vecna.
I just love it because it's like it just shows you how many times
Oh,
Matt's been playing this.
Matt's great at continuity. He loves to do his callbacks.
Well,
Like, get back to freaking Crackhammer!
Yeah.
Ah!
Well, I know he's known Vecna as the final arc.
yeah. Whether they would, like, eventually, whether it's with Vox Machina or the next one, if they failed, Vecna will still happen. That's one thing I think Matt always has, is the one thing I really like about his stuff is there's a set timeline. You interact with that timeline. You either set it back or move it faster.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, they've been setting it back more and more and more. And I think with the stone, they pushed it forward. So that's God. Now I just want to tweet. And
Right?
Do you guys realize this? Because we didn't realize this until just now.
I hope we gave you guys something to chew on. Hopefully it's not too emotional next week and we get our favorite little dagger back. I don't think we are, or it's going to be very close, as it usually is. He's died a few times already now.
He's died 3, I believe.
Yeah,
I
so
think
that
he's
alone's
died the
going to make
most.
it harder.
I foresee Vex becoming.
Okay. Anyway, that'll do us for this week. Let us know what your fan theories are, what you liked about this episode, and hit us up on our social medias. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, we'll be back next week. I've been your host, Kenneth Catagat. With me today, Justin Firewolf.
Have a good one, guys.
Laura Jane.
Is it Thursday yet?
Roll on.